All right. LDWMMAC. This is your boy, the coach, and you're live on the Coach's Show, live. Man, these two, hey, listen, these two was fighting for their MMA lives. I'm talking about they was fighting for their UFC lives. And I'm talking about Gina Mazany and Rachel Ostovich. Yo, this fight was good, man. This was a good fight. I'm talking about from start to finish. This was a good fight, man. I was shocked, man. Rachel Ostovich, she brought it. I was shocked. And I was wondering, what was Gina Mazany going to do at this weight class? Like, what was she going to do? Because, Gina Mazany had to cut weight to get to this weight class. She had to. And I wondered, how was it going to go? Gina Mazany looked like she handled the weight cut well. She looked like she did. She didn't look like, she was tired, lethargic. I mean, Gina Mazany looked good. And I didn't know that Gina Mazany, her boxing was actually that decent. I mean, Gina Mazany got some decent boxing. I mean, she got some hands. And boy, she put hands on Rachel Ostovich. And I'm talking about, man, when the first round started, she was lighting Rachel up, man. But Rachel came back with some nice counters, man. And Rachel Ostovich was throwing some really nice body kicks. And I started saying to myself, damn, this is good. Rachel Ostovich she's in there. She in there fighting. She was fighting. She was banging back. And she caught Gina Mazany with a good counter right, man, and backed up Gina. But then, Gina Mazany continued to put the full body press on Rachel Ostovich. I'm talking about, man, she had that pressure on her. And so Rachel constantly was finding herself backing up while Gina Mazany was doing a masterful job of cutting off the octagon. And, she just had Rachel Ostovich always cornered. And I said, okay, Rachel got to do something, man. She got to do something. And then, man, when Gina Mazany had her against the cage, Gina got those takedowns. And I said, man, the takedowns are nice. Okay, Gina Mazany was doing some nice ground and pound. And I'm talking about, man, she was beating the hell out of Rachel Ostovich. But, man, you know what? Rachel Ostovich got back up. Okay, Gina Mazany took her down about 6 or 7 times in this fight. Rachel Ostovich got back up. And I'm just like, yo, okay, Rachel Ostovich is really in this thing, man. This girl don't want to lose her spot in the UFC. And, she was banging. In round 2, Gina Mazany got the fight down, fairly early. And I said, okay, this might be it, man. Because she had Rachel Ostovich in a couple of positions, man. Then she put Rachel Ostovich's head against the fence. And, I'm like, okay, this might be it, man. But no, Rachel Ostovich survived. And then, Gina Mazany took Rachel Ostovich back. And she started hitting her in the damn back of the head, the side of the head. I mean, she was tearing her up. But Rachel Ostovich, she stood back up. And I'm like, yo, Rachel Ostovich really is going to get it, man. She really going to get it. And she's really actually doing what she need to do to try to win this fight. But Gina Mazany, the pressure was just too much, man. It was too much. And so, going back to round 2, Rachel Ostovich looked like, hey, that ass whooping from round 2, it took its toll going into round 3. And, Rachel Ostovich came out moving a little bit slower, man. Moving a little bit slower, just moving slower. And I said, okay, man, I think Gina Mazany going to get her out of there. Nah, but Rachel Ostovich came and hit Gina Mazany with a right hand. And it rocked Gina Mazany. And I thought, oh, okay, well, maybe Rachel got a chance. Nah, man, nah. Gina Mazany threw like this body kick, man. I'm talking about she threw like a front body kick. And Rachel, man, she folded Rachel Ostovich over. I'm talking about folded her over. And so Rachel, she kind of started backing up a little bit. And so, Gina Mazany jumped on top of her again. Rachel Ostovich looked like she recovered, and she started battling back. She started banging back, and Gina Mazany separated for a minute. And, Gina was like, she kind of like just, Gina Mazany got real sneaky, man. And she snuck in there again, and she kicked Rachel Ostovich in the body again. This time folded Rachel over, and there was no getting back up. There was no getting back up. There was zero getting back up by Rachel Ostovich. This was a good performance by Gina Mazany. I felt like Gina Mazany would have won the fight anyway. Okay? I felt like she would have won the fight anyway. I thought she would have won this fight anyway, even if, she wouldn't have stopped Rachel Ostovich. I thought it was too much Gina Mazany. I thought it was too much of her. It was just all the time. She was just constantly in Rachel Ostovich's face. And I'm like, man, I don't know how Rachel was going to get out of it. So I guess this may be the end of Rachel Ostovich in the UFC. I mean, she's still young. She's 29, man, and maybe it's back down to Invicta. Maybe it's to Bellator. I mean, we really don't know the future of Rachel Ostovich, but I tell you what, you can darn sure go to Instagram and you'll love what you see. Congrats to Gina Mazany, man, for a TKO victory. I'm talking about a body shot TKO victory over Rachel Ostovich. This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harris, and I'm done.